All right, welcome to MustangsTV.com this evening, where you got the Mustangs up against the Collinwood Trojans. We're already underway here from the Lions Club Sports Complex. We're in the bottom of the first, 0-0, and we just drew a walk over to first base.
To bat number 4, Austin Hobbs.
Mustangs get on the board early, 2-0. Austin Hobbs with a nice hit. Next we'll have Nick Green up to bat. And we're going to have a visit to the mound. So while we have a visit to the mound, let's take a short break. We'll be back after these messages.
Elite Sports in Loretto, Tennessee offers serious sports training for athletes of all ages. Our hands-on training approach can increase core strength and stability while maximizing power and agility. Call John Passarella, 256-710-7412 for speed and agility training, or David Weathers, 931-279-0574. Call today. Elite Sports, we're training the best athletes for tomorrow.
Back here on MustangsTV.com, visit to the mound is now completed, and we will have the first baseman, Nick Green, up to bat for the Mustangs. Nick comes in, left-handed batter. Here's the first pitch. Ball 1 is the call. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Green gets ready. Wind up and the pitch. Outside for ball number 2. Makes the count 2 balls and no strikes. Wind up and the pitch. That one just missed for ball 3. 3-0. Got Brewer on the mound. Justin Brewer for Collinwood. His pitch. Outside for ball 4. So Nick Green gets a free ride, and that is going to score another run for the Mustangs. Makes it 3-0.
Third baseman number 17, Mason Purser.
Mason Purser now stepping up to the plate. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Runners, well, bases are loaded. We'll put it like that. Still 1 out. Brewer's pitch. In there for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Got a timeout called by Coach Lamb. He's asking for the count. And it's 1-1, says Mr. Umpire. Purser gets ready. Wind up in the pitch. Foul ball. Back behind the field of play. Makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Brewer looks in. Wind up and the pitch. in there for strike 3. So Purser is retired, and that'll make it 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. We'll have Nicholas Kirsteins coming up to bat, playing left field tonight. He wears jersey number 3 and a right-hander.
Up to bat number 3, Nicholas Kirsteins.
Once again, bases are still loaded. Wind up and the pitch called ball 1. Kirsteins gets his sign, now steps back into the batter's box. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on and hit. That's going to be some extra bases. 1 run will score on the play. Now 2 runs will score. And just like that, it's 5-0 Mustangs. Nice piece of hitting there by Nicholas Kirsteins. Nicholas, as you may remember from some baseball seasons ago, has helped us up here in the booth before. He's done a great job for us and a great baseball player as well. That'll send us back to the top of the order. Bailey Flatt is going to be the batter. Bailey wears number 12, plays second base, and bats right-handed.
Stepping up to the plate, number 12, Bailey Flatt.
Brewer gets his sign. Runners with a good lead on the corners. Wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Runner's going to hold up at third. Bailey swung on it, but catcher couldn't hold on to it. Luckily for the Trojans, no damage done. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on and hit. That one's going to be down in right field, and it's going to score 2 more runs. Now here goes Bailey for second base, and he makes it. So good double for Bailey, and puts 2 more runs on the board for the Mustangs, making it 7-0 here in the bottom of the first. Brandon Gillespie going to be the next batter for the Mustangs. He wears number 42 and is the designated hitter. He's hitting for Jacob Laws, the right fielder, tonight.
Number 42, Brandon Gillespie.
Gillespie steps to the plate. Brewer gets his sign. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Brewer gets his sign. Wind up and the pitch. Swing, hit to the third base side. Third baseman fields it, throws, and gets him by a step. So 7 runs on the board for the Mustangs in the bottom half of the first inning. They lead 7-0. We're headed to the second. You're watching MustangsTV.com.
At Southern Craft Manufacturing, our commitment to choice sets us apart. Using both old-world craftsmanship and modern techniques, we proudly provide the finest quality and greatest value caskets in the industry. Founder Rodney Robinson is a third-generation casket manufacturer, providing the highest quality finished product. Call toll-free 800-413-1778, Southern Craft Manufacturing on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee.
You are number 1 Mustang fans. Auto Owners Insurance and Loretto Insurance Services, a winning combination. We'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Loretto Insurance Services in Loretto today, 931-853-7126. Go Mustangs and Lady Mustangs from LHS Boosters Club, dedicated to Mustang athletics.
Teresa Duncan, Lawrence County Register of Deeds, is proud to support today's student athletes.
Trust Neal Funeral Home in your time of need. Locally owned, family operated. 762-9447.
Diverse Fabrication, from customer-driven ideas to finished product. Call 853-5300. Think diverse.
For auto repair, Randy's Body Shop, 853-4320. We specialize in hard-to-please people.
Back here on MustangsTV.com, Mustangs leading 7-0 going into the second inning. Collinwood will send up to the plate. Number 15. I believe that's going to be
Number 15, Jody Ray.
Jody Ray is who that is. Swung on, first pitch, lines it to the pitcher, and he throws over the first base to record the out. Miles doing a great job there of keeping that one under control, making the throw. 4-out number 1. Next batter up to the plate.
Coming up to the plate, number 25, Justin Tingle.
Number 25, Justin Tingle. Burks gets his sign. Wind up and the pitch. Ball number 1 is the call. Burks gets his sign. Wind up and the pitch. Ball number 2. Burks gets his sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. Ball 3. Miles trying to find the strike zone on this batter. Here's the pitch. Ball 4 is the call. I think he was taken all the way right there. I know I would have been with a 3-0 count. So now number 8.
Stepping up to plate, number 8, Logan Ware.
Logan Ware is going to be the batter. Burks gets his sign. Going to snap throw over to first. Just about got him, but the runner's safely back. Burks looks in. Glances over to first. Now comes set. Wind up and the pitch. Strike 1 is the call. Pretty pitch by Miles. Burks gets his sign. Throws it over to first almost. Threw it by our first baseman, Nick Green, but he's able to corral it in. Burks glances over to first again. Runner getting a pretty good lead over there. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit. This one's going to be up the middle for a single. And the Trojans will have runners on first and second with 1 out.
Up to bat number 2, Spencer Ray.
Spencer Ray going to come up to bat for Collinwood. He is the catcher. Looks like he bats right-handed. Burks comes set. Wind up and the pitch. Strike number 1 is the call. Burks gets his sign. Wind up and the pitch. Low and outside for ball 1. Makes it 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind up and the pitch from Burks. Swung on and missed for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the second. Burks looks in, gets his sign. Now he has it. Wind up and the pitch. Strike 3, pretty pitch from Miles. Makes it 2 out. With Kelby Ray coming up to bat for the Trojans.
Go to bat number 13, Kelby Ray.
Burks comes set. Wind up and the pitch. Upstairs for ball one. 1-0 is the count. Burt says his sign. Ray looks ready. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on and hit. Going to be hit to right center field. Going to be picked up by the center fielder, and Collinwood will have their first run on the night, thanks to a single by Kelby Ray. Makes it 7-1. Burt's gets a new ball. Robin's going to call a new set from the plate. Runners on first and third for the Trojans. Burt's comes set. Wind up and the pitch. Runner goes outside is the pitch, but we're able to gun the runner down at second trying to steal. And it's 7-1 going to the bottom of the second inning. We'll be back in just a minute.
Teresa Duncan, Lawrence County Register of Deeds, is proud to support today's student athletes.
Trust Neal Funeral Home in your time of need. Locally owned, family operated. 762-9447.
Diverse fabrication, from customer-driven ideas to finished product. Call 853-5300. Think diverse.
For auto repair, Randy's Body Shop, 853-4320. We specialize in hard-to-please people.
For your home, shop Green's Furniture Store Incorporated in Loretto. New furniture, appliances, and electronics are waiting. Shop brands such as Maytag, Lazy Boy, Amana, GE, Toshiba, Ashley, and more. Open 8:30 to 5 Monday through Saturday, closed on Thursday. Toll free 877-853-6140 or locally 853-6140. Green's Furniture Store, offering quality and service since 1944.
Looking for a church to call your own? Look no further than Busby Church of God in Loretto. You'll find a caring congregation and ministries such as Climbing for Christ, Impact Student Ministries, and more. Join us for 10 a.m. Sunday School, worship at 10:45 and 6 p.m. Family Bible Study begins at 7 p.m. each Wednesday. We offer ministries for the whole congregation. Call Busby Church of God, 853-6518, or visit today.
Back here at the Loretto Lions Club Sports Complex, Miles Burks will be the batter to start things off in the bottom part of the second inning. Brewer gets his sign. Wind up and the pitch. Strike one is the call. Brewer looks in. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on and hit up the middle. Going to be fielded by the second baseman. Throw to first. They're going to say it's in time, although I don't think it was, but it's not what I think. It's what Mr. Umpire thinks. So, out number one recorded. And we'll have Evan Robbins stepping to the plate for the Mustangs.
Standing up to the plate, number 14, Evan Robbins.
Interesting song choice for Mr. Robbins right there as he walks up to the plate. Not sure what it's called, but first pitch in there for a strike. Brewer with a pitch. Strike one. No, excuse me, that's strike two. Moves the count to 0-2. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. That's out number two in the inning. Should bring up Jake Sharpton. Sharpton hitting is a left-handed. plays center field, wears number 8 for the Mustangs. Wind up in the pitch, low in the dirt for ball 1. Brewer gets his sign. Wind up and the pitch. In there for a strike. Evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Sharpton steps back in the batter's box. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and hit into left field. 2 guys going after for the Trojans, and the left fielder pulls it down. So we play 2 here from Loretto. It's 7-1 Mustangs. We'll be back after this.
Riley's Restaurant in Loretto, specializing in the finest Southern food, 853-6909.
Lawrence County Trustee Kylie Weathers, committed to quality service for Lawrence Countyans.
For checking, electronic banking, loans, and more, First Metro Bank, Lexington, Alabama, member FDIC.
Shop and save at your local Superama, Loretto, Lawrenceburg, Summertown, for the freshest in produce and meats.
Loretto Lions Club is a member of Lions Club International, the world's largest service club organization, with 46,000 clubs around the globe. Serving the local community, Loretto Lions Club gives sight through vision screenings and countless community projects. In addition to fighting blindness, the Lions Club work today includes aiding this community's seniors, children, and disabled. Loretto Lions Club, proud to serve this community and proud to support Loretto's Mustangs and Lady Mustang.
Fox Sporting Goods in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee is your home for all sports equipment, clothing, and supplies. Call toll-free 888-272-0313 or locally 766-0313. Located at 203 4th Street, Fox Sporting Goods will customize your team apparel, trophies, and more to your specifications. Fox Sporting Goods, Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, your trusted professionals for all sports needs.
You are number 1 Mustang fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Loretto Insurance Services, a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life, to keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Loretto Insurance Services in Loretto today, 931-853-7126. Go Mustangs and Lady Mustangs from LHS Boosters Club, dedicated to Mustang athletics.
Back on MustangsTV.com, strike number 1 is the call to start off the top of the 3rd. Mustangs leading 7-1. Miles Burks, this afternoon's pitcher for the Mustangs. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Bradley Fisher, the batter for Collinwood. Burks has his sign. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike number 3 and out number 1 here in the 3rd inning. Should go back to the top of the order. Jace Brewer, the pitcher this evening, up to bat. Brewer batting left-handed. Burks has his sign. Wind up and the pitch. Started to swing, and umpire's going to ask for clarification. They said he didn't swing, so it's ball number 1. Coach Lamb pointing out that the on-plate umpire in that instance has to make that call because he's on the first base side. Now, if he was on the third base side, he could see that, but he can't see over from first base. So that is the home plate umpire's call. Second pitch swung on and hit to left field, in the air, and caught over in left field by Kirsteins for out number 2. That'll bring up number 24, Tyler Cummins, for the Trojans. playing center field. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. No balls, one strike, the count. Swing and a miss for strike number two. Fouled back behind the plate. No balls, two strikes. Mustangs looking to get out of this inning. Wind up in the pitch, swing and a miss for strike three. So we go to the bottom of the third, still 7-1, Mustangs with a lead.
A real outstanding football players was that year was Heath Springer. Heath did more looking in the mirror than he did most anything else. He really thought he saw something real pretty in there because everybody called him Hollywood. Most of the time that year when he was trying to block somebody, he'd just dive on his nose and get out of folks' way because he didn't want to mess that pretty face of his up. But the next year he came back and Heath got in that weight room, we got him developed somewhat and everything, and he became an outstanding football player. And I can say this without reserve, that Heath Springer is probably as good a competitor as I ever coached. When you put him on the field, you never had to worry about him taking a play off. He played every play at a high level.
Mustang Cafe, specializing in fish, steaks, pizza, and more. A reunion every day at the Mustang Cafe.
Make every play count. Go Mustangs and Lady Mustangs from the LHS class of 1983.
Mashburn's General Store, your authorized case knife dealer. Visit us today, Mashburn's General Store, 5 Points, Tennessee.
At Racehorse Deals, we stock quality used appliances at affordable prices. Racehorse Deals, North Military and Loretto.
Back on MustangsTV.com. Number 4, Mr. Austin Hobbs steps up to the plate to start off the bottom of the third. I believe that first pitch was a ball, so 1 ball, no strikes. Wind up and the pitch, swung on and missed for strike number 1, brings up a 1-1 count. Hobbs steps back in. Brewer has a sign, wind up and the pitch, swing and hit to the shortstop. Shortstop fields, throws over to first and got him by half a step. So 1 down here in the bottom half of the third. It's going to send Nick Green to the plate for the Mustangs, the first baseman. Hobbs actually playing shortstop for the Mustangs tonight. I know he was a catcher last year, so he may be filling a new role this year for the Mustangs. Wind up and the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Green, the left-handed batter, steps in, wind up and the pitch. Strike number 2, says Mr. Umpire. Quickly, no balls, 2 strikes to Green. Brewer getting his sign, now has his sign. Pitch, swung on and missed by Green, dropped by the catcher, and it gets by him, so Green's going to take off to first. Catcher is unable to recover, so I believe Nick will be on first base. Mason Purser now stepping to the plate for the Mustangs. Purser playing third base, wears number 17 and batting right-handed. Brewer has his sign. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Brewer gets his sign. Now has his sign. Wind up and the pitch. Down low for ball 1. Evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Brewer lined up in the pitch. Swing and a miss by Purser for strike number 2. Makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Purser steps in. Wind up in the pitch from Brewer. Swung on and hit right up the middle. Gets by everybody and goes into center field. And it's going to be a hit for Purser. So men on first and second base now for the Mustangs. And we'll have Nicholas Kirstein stepping back up to the plate, playing left field, wearing number 3. 1 out here in the bottom of the third.
The man number 3, Nicholas Kirstein.
Kirstein steps in, wind up in the pitch. Strike number 1. Once again, guys on first and second. Kirstein's trying to get himself an RBI or just a hit to load up the bases. Wind up in the pitch, looking to bunt, and he goes foul. No balls, 2 strikes, the count. Brewer has a sign. Wind up and the pitch. Upstairs on that one for ball 1. Makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, 1 out in the bottom of the third. Mustangs lead 7-1. Brewer has a sign. Wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. And that'll be 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Bring Bailey Flatt up to bat, back to the top of the order for the Mustangs. Bailey had a hit his last time up at bat, looking for another one right here. Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt for ball 1. Runners hold. 1 ball, no strikes. Flat stands in. Brewer has a sign. Here's the pitch. Hit on the third base side. Gets by the third baseman and the shortstop. And everybody's going to be safe. Bases will be loaded for Brandon Gillespie. Gillespie playing the DH, the designated hitter tonight. Brandon gets his sign from Coach Lamb. Now steps in. Brewer has his sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and swung on and fouled for strike 1. Gillespie steps in. Brewer has the sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. The bases are loaded here in the bottom of the third. Brewer has his sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled over on the right side. Got just enough to stay alive right there. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Wind up and the pitch. Fouled off again by Gillespie. He's doing a great job of staying alive up there at the plate. Now we're going to have the catcher come out, talk to Brewer for just a moment. Talking some strategy. Now the catcher trots back to home plate. Gillespie stands in. Brewer looks in for the sign. Now he has it. Wind up and the pitch. Outside. One ball, two strikes. The count to Gillespie. Brewer. The payoff pitch. And strike three is the call. We played three here from the Loretta Lions Club Sports Complex. 7-1. Mustangs still lead. We'll be back here in just a minute.
Mustang Cafe, specializing in fish, steaks, pizza, and more. A reunion every day at the Mustang Cafe.
Make every play count. Go Mustangs and Lady Mustangs from the LHS class of 1983.
Mashburn's General Store, your authorized case knife dealer. Visit us today, Mashburn's General Store, 5 Points, Tennessee.
At Racehorse Deals, we stock quality used appliances at affordable prices. Racehorse Deals, North Military and Loretto.
Loretta Telecom is this area's trusted provider for all communication services. In addition to quality phone service, we offer high-speed DSL, MedAlert services, and more. Located on Main Street, Loretta Telecom began in 1946 with just over 100 phone lines. Today, some 5,000 customers enjoy Loretta Telecom phone and internet services. Call 853-4351 today. Loretta Telecom, connecting you to the world.
Are you reaching your athletic goals? Elite Sports offers sports-specific training for peak athletic performance. Call Josh Purcell for catching lessons, 931-242-6292. For hitting, Stephen Schultz, 629-4383. Or David Weathers for pitching, 279-0574. Elite Sports in Loretto, Tennessee, for athletes at any stage in a sports career. Southern Craft Manufacturing in Loretto, Tennessee blends old world craftsmanship and modern manufacturing for a multitude of steel and brushed finish caskets. Founder Rodney Robinson is dedicated to providing the finest quality at the best value. At Southern Craft Manufacturing, we are committed to choice, with a variety of colors and hardware designs for limitless combinations. Southern Craft Manufacturing, North Main Street, Loretto. Toll free 800-413-1778.
Back here on MustangsTV.com as we head to the top of the fourth. Here's a pitch, and ball is hit over to the second baseman. Makes the throw over the first to record the out. Batter was number 4, Ben Reagan. Now the batter is going to be Jody Ray, the third baseman this evening. Wind up and the pitch. Birch just missed on that one. Wind up and the pitch from Burks. This one upstairs just a little. 2 balls, no strikes. Burks looks in, gets his sign. Here's the pitch. That one just a bit inside, I believe. Makes the count 3-0. Burks looks in. Has his sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one was low for ball 4. So Ray will be put on first base, and we'll have Justin Tingle. Tingle stepping in, playing first base. Right-handed batter. Burks looking in to get the sign. Dingle calls time at the plate. Steps out. Now he steps back in. Burks has a sign. Here's the pitch. Strike number 1 is the call. Good pitch. Burks glances over the first. Now has a sign. Gonna make a snap throw over to first. Runner back in time. Top of the 4th, 7-1 Mustangs with a lead. Collinwood has a runner on first with 1 out. Wind up and the pitch from Burks. Swung on and hit. It's going to be in fair territory. Catcher makes the play and throws to first to record the out. Good looking play there by Robbins. And that'll bring up Logan Ware for Collinwood. Ware steps in. Man on second for the Trojans. Burks has his sign. Wind up and the pitch from Burks. Swung on and foul tipped back into the fence for strike number 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Wind up and the pitch from Burks. This one's low in the dirt for ball number 1. Mustangs trying to get a good district win here at home tonight. Burks looks in, now has a sign. Gonna throw it back to second base, runner back safely. Not a bad crowd for the Mustangs tonight, considering how chilly it is out there. Good crowd showed up to watch some baseball. Wind up and the pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike, now the count. Ware steps in. Burks has his sign. Wind up and the pitch. Pitch is taken for a strike. Makes the count now 2-2. Two outs. Burks, the payoff pitch. Swing and fouled. Count remains 2-2. Burks looks in. Now has his sign. Wind up and the pitch. Down low and outside for ball 3. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Man on second for the Trojans. Burks has his sign. The payoff pitch. Swung on and hit to the second baseman. He fields, throws it over to first to record the out. Good job by Bailey Flatt right there, fielding the ball and recording the out. So we have played 3.5. We'll go to the bottom half of the 4th right after this.
Debbie Tidwell invites you to Destiny Salon. Call 853-3328 for your beauty needs.
Go green with Loretta Landscape. Call Jim or Lee at 242-4165 for your landscaping needs.
Augustine Lumber, your building supply company for over 100 years. 853-4898.
County Clerk Chuck Kaiser is committed to the citizens of Lawrence County. Go Mustangs and Lady Mustangs.
Barry Doss, Tennessee State Representative for the 70th District, proudly supports the Mustangs and Lady Mustangs. Elect William Bottoms, General Sessions Judge. Courteous, efficient, fair. The wise choice. Paid for by William Bottoms.
Tailgate checklist. Cooler.
Check.
Chips.
Check.
Hot dogs.
Check.
Mustang gear.
Check.
Insurance.
Check.
This season, protect your team with insurance from Auto Owners Insurance and Loretto Insurance Services. Keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Call Loretto Insurance Services in Loretto today, 931-853-7126.
I'm Butch Toner, former head football coach at Loretto High School, and you're watching Mustang TV.
All right, and we're back here on MustangsTV.com. Going to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Mustangs still lead 7-1. Miles Burks will be the batter. Want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching Mustangs TV and supporting your Mustangs online this evening. Also want to thank all of our sponsors. Strike one is the call to Burks. No balls, one strike, nobody out. Wind up and the pitch from Brewer. And there for strike two, says Mr. Umpire. 0-2. Wind up and the pitch. Up high for ball one. Makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mustang dugout giving him some support. Here's the pitch. Swung on and drilled into center field. It's going to be over the center fielder's head. Great piece of hitting there by Burks, and he's going to be in with a double. Great hit there by Burks. It just it skied. It wasn't home run sky high, but it was enough to burn the center fielder and get past him, and Burks is able to get on board. Now we're going to have a pinch runner on for Burks. Let's see who it's going to be. It's number 24. Let's see. Luke Childress is going to be the pinch runner for Burks, as Burks is the pitcher this evening, so he gets a courtesy runner anytime he gets on base. Evan Robbins going to step on base now. Step up to the plate. First pitch is going to be a strike. Now we've got some confusion on the field. Everybody's pointing to the second base umpire. I believe they said it was a ball on that one. So, yeah, it is. That was a ball. So, I think that's what the confusion was about. If he swung or didn't swing. They said he didn't swing. Wind up and the pitch. Looking to bunt, and it goes foul for strike number one. Mustangs have a man on second. Nobody out here in the fourth. Robbins steps in. Hit up the middle. Good hit. Gets by everybody. And that's going to score Childress. And nice piece of hitting there by Robbins. Makes it 8-1 Mustangs. Great job right there. Since Evan is the catcher this evening, he's going to get a pinch runner as well. Let's see who's in the game for the Mustangs. I believe that's going to be Chance Kennedy over there, number 18. So if I see any differently, I'll let you know. Sharpton's going to be up to bat now for the Mustangs. Lefty. First pitch is outside, gets by the catcher. And runner's going to take off to second and gets in there safely. Runner gets a good lead off second. Brewer with a pitch. Outside. Makes the count 2-0. Once again, nobody out. Wind up and the pitch. In there for a strike. Makes it 2 balls, 1 strike. I can see the jersey number, and that is Chance Kennedy over on second base. Brewer looks in, now has his side. Wind up and the pitch. This one a bit upstairs. 3 balls, 1 strike. Brewer has his sign with the pitch. In there for a strike. Load up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Brewer looks in, now has his sign. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on and hit over in the left field. Left fielder's going to catch it for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Runner stays at second. It's going to bring Austin Hobbs to the plate for the Mustangs. Hobbs playing shortstop tonight.
To bat number 4, Austin Hobbs.
Steps in, batting right-handed. Wind up in the pitch. Good hit to left field for Hobbs. And ball's going to get by the third baseman, and Kennedy's going to score for the Mustangs. And Hobbs is going to take off to second. Good play there by the Mustangs. Puts us up 9-1 in the bottom of the 4th. Nick Green going to be the next hitter for the Mustangs with 1 out. Once again, Hobbs on second base. Let's see if Nick can knock him in right here. Brewer has a sign and the pitch. In there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 9-1 Mustangs in the bottom of the 4th. Brewer has a sign. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on and fouled back on the left side. No balls, 2 strikes, the count. Brewer looks in. Now comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Runner takes off to third, and he's in there. Good piece of running by Hobbs. And there will be 2 out in the inning. Mason Purser will be the batter now for the Mustangs.
Getting up to plate number 17, Mason Purser.
Hobbs just 1 base away from scoring. Hobbs, pitcher not paying any attention. Hobbs is going to walk on home. Makes it 10-1. Yeah, the pitcher there just I think he thought he had time and kind of bent down for just a second, and Hobbs just tippy-toed on in for the 10th run. Wind up in the pitch from Brewer. Low and inside for ball 1. Want to know the count? Wind up in the pitch from Brewer. Ball 2. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss for Purser. 4 strike number 1. Wind up in the pitch from Brewer. Strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, now the count. Brewer has his sign, wind up in the pitch. Swung on and hit up the middle for a base hit. Good piece of hitting there by Mason Purser. They always tell me if you hit the ball right up the middle, you've made ideal contact with the ball, and that's what he did right there. So good job to just put the ball in play and get the hit right up the middle. So now that'll bring Nicholas Kirsteins back up to the plate, the left fielder, and we're going to have another visit to the mound by the Trojans. They're going to take a visit to the mound. We're going to take a timeout. Your score 10-1 Mustangs. We're in the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back in just a minute.
Visit Leoma Tire Center, Highway 43 for your automotive new and used tires. Owner Randall Tees offers quality tires and service at affordable prices. All major brands of tires are available at Leoma Tire Center. Call 852-4833 today or visit us at 2586 Highway 43 in Leoma, Tennessee for tires, brakes, oil changes, alignments, and more. For quality service, visit Randall Tees at Leoma Tire Center. Independently owned and operated, stocking new and used tires.
Back here on MustangsTV.com. We're still in the middle of a visit to the mound by the Trojans. I think they're going to bring in a relief pitcher. So while they bring him in, let's get some more words in from our sponsors.
For home, auto, and life insurance, trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee, offering outstanding service to all Tennesseans.
The LHS Class of 92, proud supporters of today's Mustangs and the Lady Mustangs.
Crest Auto Parts, your authorized CarQuest dealer since 1950. Great people, great products, great prices. CarQuest.
J. Mack Chandler, honored to serve Lawrence County as County Executive, 766-4128.
For fresh hand-tossed dough, 100% real meats, and fresh veggies, it's Papa John's Pizza, rated #1 in America for customer satisfaction. Order by phone 766-7272 or online at papajohns.com. Papa John's has been committed to only the finest ingredients for over 25 years. Always fresh, never frozen. Located on North Locust Avenue in Lawrenceburg. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
For the best old-fashioned burgers in town, visit Brimstone's Burgers, Baskets, and Brews on Lexington Highway in Loretta.
Call Bill Bradley for your chainsaw sharpening needs at 931-242-4401.
For country goodness in every bite, shop USDA-inspected Pete's Country Meats in Loretto, Tennessee.
For your next automobile, shop Williams Auto Sales at 802 North Locust Avenue in Lawrenceburg.
T.R. Williams is the right choice for the right reasons for Lawrence County Executive. He is very proud of the young men and women of Loretta High School. Call Doss Brothers Construction Incorporated for all your construction needs today. 931-762-1531.
Elite Sports in Loretto, Tennessee offers serious sports training for athletes of all ages. Our hands-on training approach can increase core strength and stability while maximizing power and agility. Call John Passarella, 256-710-7412 for speed and agility training, or David Weathers, 931-279-0574. Call today. Elite Sports, we're training the best athletes for tomorrow.
At Southern Craft Manufacturing, our commitment to choice sets us apart. Using both old-world craftsmanship and modern techniques, we proudly provide the finest quality and greatest value caskets in the industry. Founder Rodney Robinson is a third-generation casket manufacturer, providing the highest quality finished product. Call toll-free 800-413-1778, Southern Craft Manufacturing on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee.
Back on MustangsTV.com, 10-1 Mustangs leading over the Trojans here in the bottom of the 4th. Nicholas Kirsteins Stepping up to the plate for the Mustangs. Mustangs have a runner on first. First pitch from Montgomery, new pitcher into the game, is inside and gets by the catcher. And Mustangs will now have a runner on second as Purser trots over to second base. Montgomery gets his sign and comes set. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss from Kirsteins. Evens the count up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Once again, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Mustangs lead 10-1. Kirsteins calls timeout, steps out of the batter's box there. Montgomery looks to the catcher, now has a sign. Wind up and the pitch. Outside and gets by the catcher once again. Purser will go to third and hold up there. Two balls, 1 strike. The count to Kirsteins. Wind up in the pitch for Montgomery. That one's outside for ball number 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Kirsteins trying to drive in Mason Purser. Wind up and the pitch. Ball 4 is the call, so Kirsteins draws a walk. And now the Mustangs have runners at the corners, first and third. And we'll go back to the top of the order to Bailey Flatt. Bailey's had a good night of hitting so far. Good night of fielding, too, for the Mustangs. He'll look to add to that right here. Montgomery gets his footing, now looks to the plate. Runners get their leads. Wind up and the pitch. Up high for ball 1. Montgomery comes set. And the pitch. Swung on and hit into left center field. Catch is going to be made for out number 3. And the Mustangs leave 2 stranded. So we played 4 now here in Loretto. Mustangs lead 10-1. We'll be back here in just a few minutes.
For your home, shop Green's Furniture Store Incorporated in Loretto. New furniture, appliances, and electronics are waiting. Shop brands such as Maytag, Lazy Boy, Amana, GE, Toshiba, Ashley, and more. Open 8:30 to 5 Monday through Saturday, closed on Thursday. Toll free 877-853-6140 or locally 853-6140. Green's Furniture Store, offering quality and service since 1944.
Teresa Duncan, Lawrence County Register of Deeds, is proud to support today's student athletes.
Trust Neal Funeral Home in your time of need. Locally owned, family operated. 762-9447.
Diverse Fabrication, from customer-driven ideas to finished product. Call 853-5300. Think diverse.
For auto repair, Randy's Body Shop, 853-4320. We specialize in hard-to-please people. Looking for a church to call your own? Look no further than Busby Church of God in Loretto. You'll find a caring congregation and ministries such as Clowning for Christ, Impact Student Ministries, and more. Join us for 10 a.m. Sunday School, worship at 10:45 and 6 p.m. Family Bible Study begins at 7 p.m. each Wednesday. We offer ministries for the whole congregation. Call Busby Church of God, 853-6518, or visit today.
Back on MustangsTV.com, we go to the top of the fifth, 10-1 Mustangs on top. Number 2, Spencer Ray steps in for the Trojans. First pitch to him is a strike. Second pitch will be ball 1. Evens up to count 1-1. Swing and a miss for the third pitch. Makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Burks gets the strikeout on that one. And there's 1 out. Kelby Ray going to step to the plate. Timeout going to be called by Ray. He steps out of the batter's box.
Now batting number 13, Kelby Ray.
Ray playing the DH position tonight. Wind up and the pitch. Strike 1 is going to be the call. Pretty pitch there by Burks. Wind up and the pitch for Burks. Swung on, fouled over on the left side for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the fifth. Burks gets his sign, wind up and the pitch. Good pitch for strike number 3. 2 outs now here in the top of the fifth. Another strikeout for Miles, the works Burks. Riley Fisher now going to be the batter for Collinwood. First pitch in there for a strike. Miles doing a great job of hitting his spots here. Wind up and the pitch, swung on and hit to the shortstop. Going to make the play, does Hobbs. 4 out, number 3. So that will bring us now to the bottom of the fifth. Let's get a word in from our sponsors. You're watching MustangsTV.com. Mustangs lead 10-1 going to the bottom of the fifth.
General Sessions Judge Patricia McGuire, honored to serve Lawrence County in General Sessions, Juvenile, and Probate Courts.
Trust your smile to Dr. Kurt Abercrombie at Green Hill Family Dentistry. Call 853-5908.
Auto Credit of Lawrence County is your premier pre-owned car dealer. North Locust Avenue, Lawrenceburg.
C. Brown Equipment in Loretta, your local Kubota dealer and service center, 853-6927.
Riley's Restaurant in Loretto, specializing in the finest southern food, 853-6909.
Lawrence County Trustee Kylie Weathers, committed to quality service for Lawrence Countyans.
For checking, electronic banking, loans, and more, First Metro Bank, Lexington, Alabama, member FDIC.
Shop and save at your local Superama, Loretto, Lawrenceburg, Summertown, for the freshest in produce and meats.
Loretto Lions Club is a member of Lions Club International, the world's largest service club organization, with 46,000 clubs around the globe. Serving the local community, Loretto Lions Club gives sight through vision screenings and countless community projects. In addition to fighting blindness, the Lions Club work today includes aiding this community's seniors, children, and disabled. Loretto Lions Club, proud to serve this community and proud to support Loretto's Mustangs and Lady Mustangs.
Fox Sporting Goods in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee is your home for all sports equipment, clothing, and supplies. Call toll-free 888-272-0313 or locally 766-0313. Located at 203 4th Street, Fox Sporting Goods will customize your team apparel, trophies, and more to your specifications. Fox Sporting Goods, Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, your trusted professionals for all sports needs.
Back here on MustangsTV.com, Brandon Gillespie steps up to the plate for the Mustangs. Gillespie asks for and receives time before the first pitch is thrown. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss. First strike one. Caden Reeves now on the pitch for Collinwood. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on and fouled into the dugout. Not very fast, though. So everybody's okay over there. Makes the count no balls, 2 strikes. Gillespie stands in. Here's the pitch. This one's low for ball number 1. Makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind up and the pitch. Just a bit outside right there. Gillespie steps back in. 2 strikes on him. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on and hit over to the third base side. It's going to be fielded. Throw made to first, and the first baseman can't hold on to it. It's going to get by him, and Gillespie's taken off to second. He's in there safely. So Gillespie gets on with a double. Burt's going to be the batter for the Mustangs now as he steps up to the plate. Nobody out. Bottom of the 5th, 10-1 Mustangs lead.
Number 13, Miles Burks.
Burks had a good night tonight on the mound so far. Not a bad job hitting either. Wind up and the pitch to Burks. Low in the dirt for ball 1. Gillespie gets a good lead off second. Wind up and the pitch. Ball's going to hit him. And so that'll put Burks on board with nobody out here in the 5th. Burks is on first. Gillespie's on second. If the Mustangs can get a run in here, the game will be over as the mercy rule will be in effect, 10 runs after 5 innings. Evan Robbins going to be the batter for the Mustangs, doing the catching duties this evening. Robbins steps in. Wind up and the pitch. Blasted to left field. That one's easily going to score Gillespie, and that should do it this evening's ball game. Mustangs come out of here tonight with a win, nice district win over the Collinwood Trojans, 11-1. We'll be back in just a minute. Give you the wrap up.
General Sessions Judge Patricia McGuire, honored to serve Lawrence County in General Sessions, Juvenile, and Probate Courts.
Trust your smile to Dr. Kurt Abercrombie at Green Hill Family Dentistry. Call 853-5908.
Auto Credit of Lawrence County is your premier pre-owned car dealer. North Locust Avenue, Lawrenceburg.
C. Brown Equipment in Loretta, your local Kubota dealer and service center, 853-6927.
Riley's Restaurant in Loretto, specializing in the finest southern food, 853-6909.
Lawrence County Trustee Kylie Weathers, committed to quality service for Lawrence Countyans.
For checking, electronic banking, loans, and more, First Metro Bank, Lexington, Alabama, member FDIC.
Shop and save at your local Superama, Loretto, Lawrenceburg, Summertown, for the freshest in produce and meats.
Back here on MustangsTV.com, Mustangs get the 11-1 win tonight. Get a complete game from Miles Burks, and just a great job of hitting by all the Mustangs this evening. Papa John's Pizza Player of the Game is going to go to Miles Burks tonight since he did get the complete game. Only allowed one run all night and did a great job at the plate for the Mustangs as well. So I want to say congratulations to Burks on winning tonight's Papa John's Pizza Player of the Game. It's cold. It's getting late. We're gonna take everything down, get out of here, and I want to thank you for tuning in this evening. I want to thank all of our sponsors once again. Good night from Loretta. We'll see you again next time on MustangsTV.com. So long, folks. James, I don't know if you